Is it possible and or is it legal to call a convention of the states and only allow that convention to have a limited scope, such as to consider only an amendment related to a balanced budget or related to term limits and not to have this broad authority to discuss anything else?
So it's a great question. It's a hard question. And the simple answer is nobody knows. So there have been states that have passed calls for a convention of states specifically limited to amendments to rein in federal spending, specifically limited to amendments to call for a balanced budget, specifically limited to amendments for term limits. It is an open legal question whether those limited calls actually have legal force. If you look at the Constitutional Convention, where we got our Constitution to begin with, we had the Articles of Confederation, which were too weak. They weren't working. The initial cut at forming a country after we won our independence from Great Britain, the Articles of Confederation were such a weak federal government that it wasn't effective. And so we had a gathering that was designed to propose amendments to the Articles of Confederation. They met in Philadelphia. Instead of proposing amendments, they threw the thing out entirely and they drafted the United States Constitution. So the history of our country, the last convention we had that was gathered for the purpose of proposing amendments, didn't propose amendments at all. They drafted something brand new that replaced it altogether. That's one of the reasons that concerns those conservative skeptics of a convention of states is that history is there.